Welcome back to another Wednesday edition of the No Stopping Kev Show. It's your boy, the one and only Kevin Beeford, here with the other one and only Beeford Senior, the bum himself. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna cut you a break today. All right.
No, maybe when I get you on the court, I'll cut you a break.
What? See, why you wanna go down that road? Like, I will cook you.
Okay.
Like that, I'm gonna feel so bad. That's gonna be the last, little bit of shining light for you in basketball ever. And it's just all gonna be gone. I'm gonna be like Thanos, just snap my fingers and you might lose your love for the game of basketball completely.
Completely?
And you might not even like our Wednesday episodes anymore.
I will always have some love for basketball.
I don't think you understand how bad I'm gonna beat you. I'm not taking it easy on you. Like, my goal is to snatch your pride up.
Well, you know what?
Heartless.
I wouldn't want you to take it easy on me.
Heartless.
I wouldn't want you to take it easy on
Be
me.
heartless.
When you step on the court, you should never take it easy on nobody.
So just know, you come in one way, you leave a different way. Just know you're not leaving that court the way you walked on it. Just know that.
What, I'm going to be tired?
Nah, you gonna be lifeless.
Nah, I might be tired.
But so yeah, we gonna get that. We gonna figure out a day when you ready. Let me know. You probably need to go into training for a couple months before you ready to get on the court.
No, you know what? I need to do just what I need to do.
What does that mean?
What that mean?
Yeah.
Stay in my lane. Do what I do best.
Oh, so you mean not even get on the court with me? Because you're not.
No.
Boy, you don't even belong on this highway.
No.
Got the Bugatti.
No.
You a Honda Civic.
I just need to do what I'm going to do to win.
All right. How much time you need to get ready for this game?
I don't really need time.
So you saying we can go today?
Well,
and you would be all right?
Go today. I'm going to go to work.
Yeah, I know. So, but you saying if we could play today, you'll be ready to go today?
Yeah, it's not going to make much of a difference either today or next week.
Hey, yo, Dad. You actually believe what's coming out your mouth right now? Cause I am astounded. I'm speechless right now.
I know that you're going to be speechless. And when I win, what you going to be? Speechless again?
No, you gonna wake up, because that means you dreaming. Because that's the only way it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Boy, all right. Let's just get into it, because, whoo, somebody pray for this man right here. 'Cause he gonna need it. But yeah, so last week we talked about a couple things. We gave out our top 5, even though your top 5 was a little confusing because you want to be difficult from time to time.
Well, I mean, I could pick 5 players.
Oh, that's all? I thought you was about to say something else.
No, that's all I'm going to say. I could pick my top 5.
My top 5. All right, let me leave you alone. All right, but yeah, so we also talked a little bit about Bleacher Report. Now, they've been getting a lot of criticism for their top 50 greatest players of all time. And there was something else I wanted to discuss that kind of jumped out to me, and also one of my boys, he commented on Facebook and wanted to just hear some thoughts. But I want to hear from you first. What kind of jumped out at you on that list?
What jumped out on me on the top 50 list?
Yeah.
Well, see, you know what? For me, on the top 50 list, sometimes some of their rankings, how they rank some players ahead of some players.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing that with me now, and I mentioned to you earlier, I guess, at first I was saying that I don't see why they put players still in the league in the top 50 right now.
Because they can be.
I'm not saying that they can't be, but how are you going to rank them today to be one of the top 50?
Because they're that great.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Like who do you have your?
Okay, but okay.
Who do you have? We
But,
need
all right,
names, man.
But
We
like
need
I'm
names.
saying,
Give me
okay.
names.
No, I'm just saying you have somebody that's still playing. All right, let's say LeBron, right?
You know
And
where he was at on the list?
Where LeBron at on the top 50?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
Now, do you really think he's number 2? He's number 2 behind who?
Michael Jordan.
Okay, so you put him in front of Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes.
How can you really do that?
Why not?
Okay. In front of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You tell me why those guys should be ahead of LeBron.
Huh?
You should tell me why those guys should be ahead of LeBron.
I think at one time you talk about Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan being the best 2 players ever, right? Right now. That been the best, but been 1 and 2 when LeBron was in the league. So now LeBron's career is not even over, and you think that he's ahead of maybe Wilt Chamberlain?
Yes.
You think he's more dominant than Wilt Chamberlain was?
I mean, I feel like. So, I've never been able to watch Wilt play, but from what I hear, the game was a lot different back then.
I think the game was a lot tougher back then.
I heard a lot of people were smaller than Wilt.
Okay. But I don't care how tall you are. This man scored 100 points in one game.
But who is he playing against?
I don't know what game, what team he played against there, but they had people in the league then.
They had people his size?
Oh, he might have been tall. You know what? Like now, okay.
Like how much taller than he was than his average defender on a given night?
I can't really
because if you
he
tell
been,
me,
he could have been
like how tall was Wilt?
He could have been 3 or 4 inches taller than everybody. I think like some people, he was like 7 foot, right?
So would you say he was significantly bigger than his defenders on an average night?
He was bigger than some defenders.
On an average night, was most of the time was he
the
most physically imposing guy on the floor?
Okay.
Because of, like, take me. We'll say I'm 5'8". If I'm playing against guys that's 5'4" every night, I should be able to do what I want.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. You got people in the league that's 7'6", 7'5". They not doing what they do every night against people smaller than them.
True, that's because those guys they're terrible.
Oh, see, it's
they're
always
terrible.
something. It's always something, some reason. But
they're not that great.
So
they're just
saying,
big.
So you saying Bill Russell wasn't nothing?
No, I'm not saying that.
You saying Willis Reed wasn't nothing?
I'm not saying that.
You saying Dave Cotton? These people that he played against. These other people that he played against. That he did score.
Did he score 100 on those guys?
He scored 100 one time.
Who did he score it on?
But what he averaged, I don't remember who did he score.
Okay then.
But it still was in the game.
Okay then.
Kobe Bryant scored what? Kobe
81.
Bryant? Okay.
On Toronto.
Okay. So what's the difference? So you saying because at his size that he played against people bigger than him?
How versatile was his game?
Huh?
How versatile was his game? Where did he score his points? Free throws and layups? Dunks?
I don't think it was all dunks. Kevin, I didn't.
Layups?
I didn't see the game that he scored 100.
I'm not saying. I'm saying in general. Where did Wilt used to do his work at?
Down low.
All right, so down in the post player.
Where did Shaq get all his points at?
In the post.
Okay then.
That was another point I had, but we're gonna get to that later. That's not my. I'm just saying how versatile is he? LeBron can score inside and out. He's a matchup nightmare. He can play multiple positions. My man's dominated the East for 8-9 years.
How weak was the East?
Still got there. He still did it.
Okay. All right.
Still did it.
Okay. All right.
If he didn't have to run up against a Golden State team, might have had a few more rings, but I'm willing to put LeBron ahead of Wilt for sure. Okay. And you could say it's ignorance that I didn't get to watch Wilt.
No. I mean, you can say. I'm just saying. This. That's why I'm saying when people like, you know what? I can see when his career over.
Why? You just look at what he's done to this point as his whole career. That's what you evaluate him on.
Okay.
See, what I find
his career
is
is not over.
So that means he only can put Wilt further down the bottom.
No,
he only can separate himself further.
Not necessarily. You can start falling off. You can fall off some too.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
But I mean, at this point, if you're evaluating him on what he's accomplished, that's what it is.
You know what?
Jordan fell off at the end of his career.
Jordan fell off.
Yeah. Nobody likes Washington Wizards, MJ.
Huh?
Nobody likes Washington Wizards, MJ.
I mean, he wasn't the same. as he was then.
So that's falling off, right?
Right. And you know what? He got out. But he got out while he was still kind of on top. He still was on top.
Man, all I know is I'm fine with LeBron at number 2. In my opinion,
Well, you're a LeBron
LeBron's
fan.
the most complete basketball player to ever step foot on this earth.
Most complete.
Yeah.
Explain most complete. What?
He is. So if you're looking at someone with the best all-around game, I think LeBron is your guy. Scoring, facilitating, rebounding, defense. If you had to pick a player to essentially be like the basis for an all-around basketball player, I think you would pick LeBron.
You know, like what you just saying now. I could put Magic Johnson in that category.
Magic Johnson would get bodied by LeBron.
We get what?
He too small.
He too small.
Yeah,
What?
too small.
Too small where?
You look at them players back in the 80s.
How tall is Magic Johnson?
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
You
since
tell
he's
me.
Too small.
You
Where
tell
is he
me.
too small at?
I'm talking about width-wise.
With why?
Yeah.
You saying he's not strong enough? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, he's not strong enough for Bron.
Oh, I think he would be.
Bron be like, excuse me.
I think he would be.
You do?
And then when you say something, like I'm not gonna say he might have been. LeBron can play some defense. I'm not gonna say Magic is one of the top defensive
The
players.
players are bigger now.
But you know what? Magic Johnson made people a lot better than LeBron does.
How did he do that?
Huh?
How did he do that?
His game.
How?
His game.
Tell me how he
Huh?
made people better. What does it mean to make someone better?
With his passing, with his passing and stuff like that.
So what does it look like when you're making your teammates better?
What do it look like?
Yeah.
They perform better.
So how?
How?
Yeah.
Their game, Kevin. You know, it opens up the game for them.
What does that mean?
Okay, you know what? When they ran Magic, his thing was to get people in the game.
Sure.
To get people moving better.
Sure.
Okay. You know what?
So what does that mean though? As far as like if I'm making someone better, what am I doing to help their game? Break that down for me.
Like, you know what? You're making it easier for them. Your game
Easier
is
to do what?
score. You know, open things up.
So you don't think LeBron does that?
Huh?
You don't think LeBron does that?
I don't think that he does it as good as Magic does it. I don't think that he did it as good as Magic. That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
See, you are a LeBron James fan.
So
Okay.
I can look at him unbiasedly. I've been very critical of LeBron at times.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch much of Magic Johnson play?
Not as much as I've seen LeBron play.
Okay, but was you critical of his game?
Of Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
I didn't watch enough of him to criticize. All
You know,
I see when you watch Hardboy Classics, you see the good games.
Here it goes when you say, I never heard anybody talk about Magic Johnson choking. I heard plenty of times people say that LeBron choked.
When did LeBron choke that?
When he was in Miami.
Against who?
What is San Antonio?
I don't know.
To me, like, you know what? To me, LeBron choked quite a few times. To me,
What does I need?
you know, you want some things, but you know what? Have you ever heard them talking about LeBron choking? I'm just asking you.
I mean, but yes, but LeBron has been one of the most criticized players in NBA history. When you talk about people having like hatred towards a player, LeBron's one of the most hated basketball players ever in the NBA. Nobody really hates Magic. Magic is the guy that everybody likes. He got the big smile. He's just that guy. Like no one ever says anything negative about Magic.
Then since you say why is he, like you saying, hated? Why is LeBron hated?
Because he's great.
Michael Jordan, great. He ain't hated.
Let me tell you why LeBron's hated.
Okay.
LeBron's hated because people oftentimes defer or show more love to the person that came first. So your generation, y'all 100% of the time gonna always say Michael. Then you got the other generations following that. Even some of my generations, they're gonna say Kobe. That person was here first. That's who they give all the credit to. And I'll take guys that were quote unquote Lakers fans before LeBron got there. They hated LeBron. Now that he's there, oh, they're big. Oh, we gonna win the chip. They're very supportive because they're under the fold. Until then, it was Kobe was this, Kobe was that, MJ is this, MJ is that. LeBron's better than him.
Kobe, to me, Kobe's still gonna in my book. Like when you say pick somebody, Kobe's still gonna stand out before LeBron with me.
I'm picking Kobe over Mike too.
I can't do that.
You know why?
Why?
Ask me why.
I'm just asking you.
I'm glad you asked, sir. The reason I'm picking Kobe over LeBron and Mike is because they both had like freakish athletic ability, like out of this world.
Say that again.
They both had freakish athletic ability.
You talking about Kobe and
no,
and Mike?
LeBron and Mike.
LeBron and Mike?
Yes. So, Kobe didn't have as quick as a first step as those guys. He's not as fast. He's not as big as those guys. He's not as explosive as those guys. So for Kobe to do his work and be great, he had to work on skill. Not saying those guys didn't, but he started lower. So if you're thinking about it, we're going to say LeBron's here, right? When it starting off, we're going to say because of his just God-given ability, he's here. We're going to put Mike here. I'm putting Kobe down here. And so to get to that realm, to have their name in the same conversation, I think Kobe had to be a little bit more methodical when it comes to how he shaped his game.
You think Mike came out? You think Mike didn't work? Really?
No, I didn't say that. I know Mike worked hard. Mike was a killer. Mike worked out before and after games.
Right.
So I know Mike picked the work in. I'm just saying Kobe had farther to go, which is why I'm saying if we're gonna say they're all on the same level today, just give or take, because Kobe had a farther grind to go or further ways to go to make up that gap. I'm saying he's the GOAT. So I think on the list they had him at number 14. I think Kobe should be top 3, in my opinion.
Well, I just give Kobe, like I said, I give Kobe, like I pick Kobe ahead of LeBron.
No, I bet you would. He's older. Huh? He's been around longer.
It's not because he's been around longer.
I'm telling you, that's why it happens.
I'm talking about his game.
That's why it happens.
His game, his performance. I'm just talking about, what he did do in LA. Like I'm saying with some of the talent, like with some of the talent that he had, like he still won back to back. I don't really say that he won it with like chemistry. I'm gonna just use the word chemistry. I think LA had chemistry. I'm not gonna say that he had real great players. I think they fitted in and they played their role.
You talking about when he had like Lamar, Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum, D. Fish.
Now, when him and Shaq and them won it, when Shaq and him won it and they three-peated, I mean, they had him and Shaq, along with, with the chemistry and all like that. So, I look at that. Like now, when LeBron, when LeBron won it, like even when he won it in Cleveland that year, he had one of the top players. Kyrie Irving. So did
Kobe when
Kobe won back to back. Who was the real top player?
He was. He didn't have another. Andrew Bynum was, in my opinion, Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol were in their primes at that time. They were great players. Okay. They were arguably, top 5, top 10 bigs in the league at their positions.
Top 5, top 10 bigs. Okay.
Like at that time, Andrew Bynum was a problem. Which is why when we got him over here in Philly, we thought it was about to be our turn to win the championship.
Right, but he was kind of dumb. But like what I'm saying is, you know what? Look at what they did. Like they had good. Paul Gasol was good before he went to LA. He was an all-star before he went to LA. But like what I'm saying is, now how much pressure do a person like Kobe take off of you as a player? How much more do he open up or make it easier for you to get rebound? Because people got to pay more attention to him right now.
Are you saying LeBron doesn't do that?
I'm not saying that he doesn't do that. I think he does do that, but sometimes I don't think LeBron is sometimes LeBron step away. Kobe gonna keep coming at you. Mike is gonna keep coming at you. They gonna keep coming at you. They don't really say, "Here, take over the game for me." You got to go there. Like when he had Kyrie, like, you know what? Believe me, Kyrie hit the last shot. It wasn't and a play like that. Look, that was a shot really for LeBron to take, or the ball to really be in LeBron's hand.
Why?
I bet if it came down to LA, the ball was gonna go in the Kobe hand.
I think if it was the team when Kobe had Shaq, it could have gone either way.
I said with Kobe. I'm not talking about him and Shaq. I already said
that. But you got
you
can't think you comparing apples to oranges at that point.
What?
You comparing apples to oranges at that point.
I'm not comparing it.
Yes, you are, because you're taking one team that has the luxury of having two superstars, comparing it to a quote unquote team that only had one superstar in Kobe Bryant. So you got to compare. If you're gonna compare the LeBron with Kyrie to a Kobe, you got to do it with the Kobe that had Shaq.
Okay. Scottie Pippen, one of the top.
Scottie Pippen wasn't a superstar.
He ain't.
No.
He a top 50. He been a top 50.
I'm not going on that list.
No. I'm just saying.
Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen couldn't go somewhere else and win a title.
You know what? Let me see. He probably didn't. You know what? A couple people can, but what I'm saying is, you know what? When you there, the ball really gonna go to you. The ball should, and I'm not saying that they did it wrong and let Kyrie do that, but you know what? What I'm saying is, you know what? That was the time for LeBron. Even that LeBron gave Kyrie the ball. You know when Michael Jordan told John Paxson to get ready,
Steve Kerr.
Yes, Steve Kerr. You know when he told him to be ready. See, the ball ain't just go to him. Mike drew it and opened it up where Steve Kerr could do that. He just told him to be ready.
Mike, again, didn't have someone else that was capable of doing the same thing as him. Like, Kyrie can demand just as much attention from a defense as LeBron could. Mike didn't have someone else that can do that.
You know what?
On Mike's team, if the ball wasn't in Mike's hands, the defense was like, cool, let's make sure he doesn't get it back. On that LeBron team with Kyrie, it's like, oh, shoot, if either one of them got him, we got to figure something out.
I'm still saying, when it's your team, like, you know what, it's going to go to you first. Okay, let's see.
Well, on that possession when Kyrie hit it, I'm pretty sure the inbound went to LeBron and he threw it to Kyrie. So it went to him first.
I think it went to Kyrie.
LeBron gave the ball to Kyrie to bring it down. Okay. And then he went into dance mode and hit the side step to his right three.
Okay. He gave it to him to bring down. He gave it to him.
And he wouldn't let him go to work. Huh? He went to work.
Kyrie gonna go to work.
It was ISO.
Kyrie gonna go to work.
It was an ISO play.
Yeah. And
Mike didn't have somebody that can do that.
What?
Mike didn't have someone that could do that.
He ain't nobody what?
That can go do what Kyrie did.
Scottie,
he didn't have somebody else that could go ISO.
Scottie could beat people. Scottie could beat people.
In that moment, Scottie's not drawing just as much attention as Mike.
Of course he's not going to draw as much attention as Mike.
Kyrie can draw just as much attention as LeBron.
I think LeBron could draw a little bit more than Kyrie could.
If you're a team defending them, either one of them got the ball, your focus isn't changing. It's like if LeBron's off the ball, you're still watching him. If Kyrie's off the ball, you're still watching him. If the ball's in either one of them hands, you're like, oh, crap, what are we going to do? You really got to try to figure out what you're going to give up, and it's going to basically stay the same. You want the ball out of both of their hands. I guarantee you, any of them teams that was guarding the Bulls would be like, oh, Scottie got it? Cool. All right. This is a lot easier to deal with. A lot easier.
Not necessarily, man. See, Scottie could penetrate. Scottie could pass.
Yeah, just Scottie like any, just like
that.
Just like a lot of other NBA players can.
Okay.
But Scottie wasn't a superstar.
You know what? You can't tell some people that, Kevin.
I know you can't, but Scottie's not a superstar.
I always said that. But a lot of people you can't tell that to. A lot of people will not believe that you saying
Scottie Pippen is Scottie Pippen, the Hall of Famer, whatever you want to call him, because of Michael Jordan, in my opinion. Like you wouldn't just.
I'm not going to deny what you say.
I know.
I'll be right there with you.
You're not going to build a team around Scottie.
I'm right there with you. You're
not building a team around Scottie.
But you know what? There's a lot of people that don't believe that.
Yeah, I know.
And believe
it's foolishness. Yeah, you're not building a team around him. Yeah, you can build a team around Kyrie. Might not be a great team. I don't know how far they'll go, but you can do it. You'll build a team around LeBron. You'll build a team around Mike, Kobe. Scottie is like, wait, why is he in this conversation right now?
Why?
Because you're not building a team around Scottie.
I don't know. You never had to build it. But you know what? When he left, when Mike retired, they built that. He was Chicago. He took over.
And what they do?
Huh?
What they do? How far they go?
They some people told me they made the playoffs. I
Made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs.
That doesn't mean much.
Huh?
That doesn't mean much.
Kevin, I mean, who did they go against that year? What, the Knicks? He wasn't gonna beat the Knicks by himself.
Case in point.
Huh?
Case in point, he's not that good.
LeBron ain't win by himself.
Okay. Who wins by themselves?
Huh?
Who wins by themselves?
You just said Michael did.
Nah.
No, you
Mike
can't,
had Scottie.
You can't win. You can't win without chemistry.
You gotta have the right role players. It's gonna come down to matchups.
You gotta have the chemistry.
You definitely need to have a go-to guy, someone that's gonna go out there and get buckets. Can like you said, make the game easier for your role players, getting them easier shots, which is what I think a Mike, Kobe, LeBron, Kyrie can do. A lot of other players as well. Don't know about Scottie so much, making the game that much easier for guys.
Well, you know what? I said, I think Scottie to myself. I think Scottie played his game well. I think he did what he did, and I think that he did well.
But I'm trying to find LeBron's numbers against the Spurs. I had it up the other day. That's
See, a lot of times, you know what? People look at numbers and what they did. You know what they always told me? What a person really do down the stretch and closing. That's when it really made to me. Like, one time they said Paul Pierce was the best fourth quarter scorer of all of them at one time. I mean, not of all of them, because I don't know about that. But, I know when he was in the league at one time, they were saying that. So, when money time came, this man performed in money time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to show me some stats, show me them stats. Show me what he did at the end of the games. When he was in Miami, Miami had a good team.
Mm-hmm.
They had all that they need.
The year they went up against the Spurs, that was their first year together, right?
When they lost against the Spurs, Miami.
Yeah.
I can't really remember all that. Remember all that. But I'm just saying, with the team that they had, with Wade, Bosh, and all them, and now I'm not gonna say they had a good team, and then their role players, Charles and all them guys stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
The game opened up for them, but they had three what they had three of the top 10 players.
You can say that. I don't know if Bosh was in the top 10, but we'll assume he is.
You know what? I don't know. Bosh was supposed to be one of the best big men. Didn't Bosh come from Toronto too or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be one of the best. I didn't agree with it. But you know what? When he played in that series, when I watched
they
that
definitely
series,
was the favorite on paper.
Yeah.
But going up against that San Antonio was deadly.
Bosh, you know what? I wasn't that, but you know what? Them guys played up, and I don't know if it's because the team, Wade was, you had three. I'm saying they might have been three of the top 5, but I'm just saying 3 of the top 10 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, ranking like that. But then you had the other players. You had Charles and them other guards stepped up and hit big shots, man. That ain't talking about the time that they got Ray Allen and all them over there too. I mean, Miami, you had a team. That's why I say, to me, when Kobe won back-to-back, he won back-to-back with you know what? And you got to say, Paul Gasol wasn't what he was right then before. Andrew Bynum, like you said, injuries I think got to Andrew Bynum, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, injuries said that. Or else, when sometimes when you put in that hot seat, when he came to Philadelphia, yeah, we say that. But we got to say, but I think injuries got to him. But you know what? When it comes time to being a man, can you be the man? When everybody's focusing on you. Now, one thing I said, all my career, they focused on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kobe, like you said, back in with Shaq days,
They still was
kinda
focusing on Kobe.
Yeah, but you know what? Like you said, it was a little bit more easier. But then
For
again,
Kobe?
For Kobe, but I still think you know what? It just worked together with them too. Cause they both were dominant, but you know what? Without the other, I don't think they would have really won the championship right then. But then again, like
Yeah,
you said,
I don't think if they were split, yeah, they probably wouldn't have won the championship did unless there were some other pieces in place.
right. So you know, we can't really say, you know. But see, like
I think you can say if one wasn't there and one was somewhere else that they wouldn't have won it because they had some close calls with them together.
huh?
They had some close calls with them together.
But you know what? Just like Shaq, we know Shaq is what's called, but Shaq always had somebody with him. You know, from when he was in what he had Penny with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know
he had Dwayne Wade.
He had Dwayne Wade with him, so he always had somebody. And I'm not saying that Kobe didn't always have somebody. I'm not saying, but we saying LeBron did go to the championship when they got swept by San Antonio, and he really didn't have nobody.
Oh yeah, when he was first round in Cleveland.
Yeah, when he was in Cleveland, you know. So I mean, I don't try to take nothing from LeBron. You can't take nothing from him. Actually, you can't take nothing from him. I just wouldn't really put him down as number 2.
Who would be your number 2?
I just told you I could pick Kobe ahead of him.
Or who would be your number 3?
Huh? Now you're trying to get me to see where would I place LeBron? I don't know. Really, I don't really know right now. And just off my head, because you know you talking about the great. Now see, like you know what? I probably would leave Wilt as number 2.
Okay.
I probably would leave Wilt as number 2.
Do you think you would have Mike, LeBron, and Kobe all in your top 5 somewhere?
If I would have, let me see. I would have Mike. I'm definitely gonna have Mike. I'm definitely gonna leave Wilt right there. Like I said, like you know what? I'm not really. You know what? I don't even really know if I would put LeBron ahead of Magic Johnson. I just don't know if I would do that. Because I think what Magic did, like, you know what, because it's not in a lot of people's era now, and LeBron is great, you know, like LeBron is good. But look what Magic done. You know, I watch, Magic kind of changed the game. Magic brought excitement to the game in LA. That's why they called it Showtime. You know, and then you got to also say he won championship. You know, his first championship,
who did he have?
his rookie year, his rookie year, he was MVP of the championship. His rookie year. He won it his rookie year.
Who was on that team?
Huh?
Who was on that team?
You had who all was on there?
James Worthy probably?
Was James? No, this before James, ain't it? Yeah, Magic before James.
Kareem?
You had Jamal Wilkes. You probably with Jamal Wilkes. You had Kareem. You had I think was it Norm Nixon? Was he on that team? I don't exactly remember all of them were on that team. But you know that's when Kareem got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And Kareem didn't play that game.
They're playing the Sixers, right?
Right, they were playing the Sixers. But I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I could
That's a good point.
Huh?
That's a good point.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I could put LeBron in front of Mike. I'm in front of Magic. I really don't. You know, because of what Magic did and what Magic, how, you know, a long time ago, like, you know what, I knew somebody and, like, we really was close friends to Oscar Robertson. Mm-hmm. And, like, you know, Oscar Robertson and you know, like, Kareem won a championship, right? You know, and they were saying that it was Oscar who really directed that. Like, you can't take it. Kareem got all that. But, see, like I'm saying, you have a guard that can help you even rise up even more. You know,
the big men, I think, are limited because you can play through your big man, but you got to get the ball to him because he can't dribble up the floor.
Right.
So I think that's why a lot of times when we have these conversations, they're usually guard dominant, which is why you look at, you know, if I'm looking at top 5, mine is probably going to be guard heavy.
Well, you do too. Like I was telling you before we got on here and when we first started looking at that. Now, here goes, you can get the ball up. Like, you know what? Chicago won championships and never really had a point guard.
Yeah.
Never had a true point guard.
Yeah. You don't. I told you about the study Gilbert did, right?
What? No, I don't remember that.
When he looked at like the last 30 years of teams that won titles,
Yeah.
and basically no one had like a true pure point guard like that facilitator. They more so had go-to guys. So the difference being, like, if you got a point guard that has to, get 15, 20 assists, then the team's probably not that good enough to win a title.
I don't know.
Because then you basically got a bunch of guys that can't just dominate a game. They're relying on someone else to get them shots versus having a go-to guy that can go get his own bucket. So what he found was a lot of, like, all except, like, all the championships up until, like, Magic. I think Magic was the only one that was different because he kind of changed the game, to your point. Everyone else, they didn't have that true point guard. Like, the point guards were getting, like, 4 or 5 assists in the finals. I think the highest was, like, 6, and that might have been Chauncey Billups.
Well, I didn't really look at Chauncey Billups as being a true point guard neither.
Really?
Yeah, I really didn't look at it. Like, when you talk, like, you know what, like, Mo Cheeks was probably, like, one of them, who won the championship with the Sixers. But another point I would get ready to say to you, like you probably didn't really see it, and you didn't know Bill Walton when I was trying to talk to Bill Walton. Now, the team that they had, they really didn't have a point guard neither. That offense was really ran through Bill Walton.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Walton was, like I'm saying, you would have to see it to really know it. But like when we say that the big man, he ran it. He got assists. He did it all. Rebound. He was the dominant factor.
And you said they had him behind Patrick Ewing.
And like I like Patrick Ewing, but I don't think that he should be right in front of Bill Walton.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, unless because Bill Walton's career wasn't as long as it was, but Bill Walton was great, man. Bill Walton, like me, when you talk about centers, gotta be up there.
Mm-hmm.
It gotta be up there. Because he didn't give you 50 points. He gave you an all-round game.
Mm-hmm.
He gave it to you all.
Speaking of big men, and we gotta leave this here, but maybe somewhere for us to pick up next time is looking at the top 50 of all time. Specifically focused on big men. They had Shaq at number 6, Tim Duncan 7, Bill Russell 8, Wilt was 9, Hakeem the Dream was 13. So maybe next week I want to have you talk about how you would rank those guys.
Yeah, because I probably would rank them different than that.
And I'll see what I can come up with.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys, really all those guys are before my time. Kind of got the back end of Shaq and
you
Timmy
got the
once
back end of Shaq?
Yeah, when I really started watching basketball to the point where I could dissect it, those guys were old.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like I even missed out on good years of Allen Iverson. Like, I was watching the game, but I wasn't watching the game the same way I watch games now.
You didn't know the game the way that you know it now.
Like, now when I watch the game, I'm more so watching it from, like, a coaching perspective. Like, what could I do, apply to me when I'm coaching or even when I'm playing? Back then I was just kind of looking at the TV. When AI scored, I get excited.
Well, you know what?
Not really understanding how he was scoring or how he was doing the things he was doing.
You know what? When I was young and I watched basketball to see what I could use from certain people's games. Or I watched certain people's games like that. Then another thing that I did, like, you know what? I used to try to be like the coach, call timeouts for the team or win stuff like that. Or, like sometimes say, well, the ball need to go to such and such a play. Even at a young age, they were things that I used to look at when I was playing. That's why, like, the day and time, like a lot of times, I probably see the game a little bit different than like a lot of people. Like I was saying what you said about Scottie a long time ago, but you know what? I can't win arguments, man, with people because people believe so much like that. You know what? Like I'm gonna even tell you, you know what? It's funny because when I was locked up and incarcerated, we were watching the game, and I would tell the guy, I'd say, watch this about LeBron. And I would tell them, like, because they never looked at that part of the game. And like then when they start seeing that, that like this part. See, like certain things, like I say, like when we talk about, like a lot of people talk about stats. You can get stats. You can score 30 in the first half and do nothing in the second half, or do nothing down the stretch. But you know what? 5 years from now, you could say, "Oh, he averaged 30 points and all like this." But what did he do when it really counted? That's the difference of looking at the game. I remember going to a Sixer game before, and I know we got to get ready to go. I remember going to a Sixer game, and I ain't watched the game. I watched down in the paint. I remember I watched Bob Lanier elbow Clyde Lee and knock him clear across, but I watched what was going off the ball. A lot of us watch what goes on the ball all the time. It ain't about that. And another thing my coach taught me before I went to school, like when he came and recruited me and seen me play, it was at the Public League All-Star game, and I think I had a terrible game, and like I had a real terrible game. But here go a man that was so high and on recruiting me and bringing me to him, and like I was saying, what did he see? And you know what? It wasn't the game that I played. It's the tools that I had.
Yep.
So they the things we gotta look at things different. I mean, I look at things sometimes different,
Yeah, it's true. That's, I guess the last thing I'll say is it's like when, when I have tryouts, I'm looking at how guys move, if they understand spacing. It's like all the little things. Yeah. Like, you're going to make or miss shots, right? Yeah. But it's like, let me see if this guy knows how to play basketball or if he has tools there that I can, help grow. Yeah. But yeah, so maybe next week we're going to pick up on that big man conversation because big men need love too.
Yeah. And like you said, like maybe one time, like then we'll look at some of the big people of today. Today maybe I might need to do some more and look at them because see, like I'm used to the old time big men for real.
Yeah, you don't.
The game changed now.
Yeah, and you're resisting the change a little bit.
Well, I'm resisting. Like what? It's like you said, I'm not resisting, but you know what? To me, it changed the game when you got your 7-footers shooting 3-pointers.
Yeah, and when they're hitting them.
When you're hitting them.
Hard to guard.
I don't know. Well, I mean, the game changed because you don't have the dominant centers really in there now that dominate down in the low post and stuff like that. You don't have it because the game is open more. But that's something we'll talk about.
All right, man. As always, family, thank y'all for listening. Share this episode with some of your people. Post it on your social media or just drop it in one of your group chats. Whatever you do, it's all right with me. Also, follow us on Instagram at the NoStoppingKev Show on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook. Show us love, share our pages, and continue to spread the show. We appreciate you. We got to get out of here. See y'all. I'm signing off.
Peace. We out.